Scitec Nutrition presents Cedric McMillan, the one's way to the Olympia.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cedric McMillan, Team Scitec Nutrition. We're here at the 2017 Mr. Olympia show in Las Vegas. The biggest show in the world, everybody knows that. Early in the year, maybe you remember, I won the 2017 Arnold Classic in Ohio. And as soon as the show was over, my focus turned to this moment, this show. What can I do to try to improve? What can I do to be more competitive with those guys on the top level, Coming from last year, I think I placed 7th here, and wanted to try to create a new look for myself going into the Arnold Classic, bigger size, and it seemed to work out really well. So what I want to do this time is to try to still have the same package as far as the size, but to try to be leaner as well. So immediately after the show, I come home and spend a little bit of time off from dieting and stuff. I always train, because I love to train, but I took time off from dieting, do like a low-calorie diet, low-protein diet, just to kind of let the body relax and rest. And then I could say maybe 4 or 5 weeks, I was already getting into it, and everything has been great so far. I was able to grow a little bit more from the Arnold show, and I was able to have more condition as well, a little leaner. So I think it will be an improvement from the Ohio show to here at the Olympia. What still has to be seen is whether the improvements are enough to earn, a top spot, to be compared to the top guys, which is what I hope for. So one big difference between 2016 Mr. Olympia show and this year here, when I won the Arnold Classic in Ohio, I was able to use the money that I earned in the show to start a youth development program in my city, and make it free for all the kids to come to, and develop their character, teach them sports, different things like that, discipline, everything, and so now I come here and I have another reason for trying to do well. It used to be when I go to a show, I just want to do well because I like to compete and for the people that support me, It never was, if I don't place well, it's okay because I love bodybuilding and I want to perform for the people that love me, Whereas now, in my hometown, there's really no support for these children and for the program that I'm starting. There's no youth programs for, these kids to go to unless they pay money for this kind of stuff. And so what I want to try to do is build a facility for the kids. Right now, sometimes we have to rent places, and sometimes the scheduling is messed up and they kick us out, or maybe we're supposed to be training outside and it starts raining. We have nowhere to go, So I'm very motivated to try to use bodybuilding as a way to help me develop something for these children in my program. I could say if I was able to build a facility for them in my city, that would be lifetime achievement for me. Because a long time ago, I was that kid. I was, a bad little boy. I was living in the projects, low income, getting in trouble all the time, no future, right? So to be able to grow up, to gain what some people would consider success, and then be able to come back and try to help change, these kids' lives is really important to me, So that's that's one main difference with me coming to this Olympia this year. I want to try to do well so I can represent the kids in my program, do a good job for them. I can remember we had training Tuesday night, and when we were done training, I never talked to them about bodybuilding. I don't say, oh, I'm going to the Mr. Olympia show or nothing like that, or I don't tell them, hey, I just want a show. I don't talk about it at all, And when we were getting ready to leave the training, all of the kids were coming to me and saying, good luck, good luck, good luck, And I was like, good luck for what? What are you talking about? And they were saying, good luck for your competition, good luck for the Olympia, And I almost started crying, because it was really special for me to see that something that I'm doing means so much to them. So I want to be able to honor them. I want them to be able to see me perform and be proud, to say that, that's my coach, So that's my motivation for this year. There's been times in the past where I go to a show and I have so much anxiety, so much fear inside, I look at the other guys and they look so big to me, and, they just look, like Supermen. When I fell in love with the sport of bodybuilding, I was a kid looking in the magazines, and I idolized those guys. And I think I kept that, even though, I grew up and I became a bodybuilder myself, I'm still a fan of the sport. So when I see these guys, I really look up to them because they just look so amazing, and I respect them, and, I'm like a fan of their physique and their style and everything, And so when I see them, sometimes it's very intimidating for me. So there'll be times I'm backstage and I'm scared to death, And I had to try to develop my own sense of comfort to say that, hey, I have a place here too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that kid looking in the magazine anymore. I'm actually here, right? So I don't have a reason to be intimidated because, it's possible for me to be just as good as them, I can respect them and, and like their style, but not let that defeat me through my own fears, So I've been working all year to try to gain and develop a bit more emotional control. And, I have to say that when I came here today, when I arrived, normally I would already be really nervous. My anxiety would be really high. But I came here and I feel really comfortable, And, I don't know if I feel comfortable because, maybe I won the show at the Arnold. I don't think so. I think I just feel comfortable with the way I look. And I feel like, if I look good enough to get 7th place last year, then I definitely destroy how I looked last year, So that gives me a sense of comfort. So I come here now and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more comfortable, There will be times where I wouldn't even be able to do an interview like this, because I would be so nervous. I don't want to make a workout video because my workout video looks like shit. Why? Because my muscles are small. My workouts are boring. Nobody's going to want to see it, Those are the kind of things that go through my head, right? So I have to work on trying to defeat that, and keep in mind that even though I might think my workouts are boring to other people, there may be somebody that love the way I work out, or they have the same style as me and they actually can learn something. Even though, I feel like my interview is, stupid, some people may get a sense of motivation from something that I say, so this gives me an opportunity to reach out to the people that support me and let them get to know me a little more, As everybody knows, when a show is coming, I disappear off the internet, I just try to be as close to real life as possible. Most people, well, not most people, but we'll say some people, they are so involved with social media, and they can develop their own persona. They can develop their own sense of what their reality is. And, sometimes that can be good and sometimes it can be bad. If all of the people are saying great things, you know, then that's awesome, but it also can give you a false sense of security. If everybody is saying bad things, maybe it can destroy your self-esteem, you know. For me, I like to be surrounded by normal people, the kids from my program, you know, the old people around the city, you know, the old guy at the gym I go to, my children. You know, I prefer to be around normal people and live normal life as opposed to living an internet life, you know. Sometimes people make their situation seem so great when really they're really lonely and their life sucks and they're really very selfish and they have nothing in their life except their social media account and bodybuilding, you know. And so I try to fill my life with more real things, to where if bodybuilding is ever over, I can still try to live a fulfilling life. I can still have ways of trying to touch other people if bodybuilding doesn't work anymore. You know, for some people, if bodybuilding is all you have, you're willing to die for it because you have nothing else, you know. And sometimes that can make you a bit overzealous. You try too hard. You want it too bad, you know, and wanting it bad is good, but not to the point where you're being stupid. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure your health comes first. You got to make sure your loved ones come first. You know, those type of things, right? So having a balance in everything. See, it's a Wednesday night, and let's see, we had the athletes meeting today. I had to go get in the sauna for a little bit. Well, it was a steam room. I hate the steam room. It fucking sucks. To try to start that dehydration process, you know. So I was in there acting like a little bitch, you know, because I didn't want, it was too hot for me. But I sit in there as long as I can and come out, take a break, go back. But to try to, you know, start the dehydration process is kind of necessary. You know, something that we're going to try this year. And then I'll, you know, just try to rest as much as I can, eat as much as I can. Tomorrow we have the press conference. So I'm excited to see how that goes. You know, I know a lot of times they try to start like little rivalries and smack talk back and forth. You know, I don't do the smack talk, but, you know, I keep it real. So, you know, if somebody want to talk shit, then I'll just be ready to fight. You know, and I don't want to embarrass myself, you know, fighting on the Olympia stage, but I'll do it. So I'm hoping the smack talk stays to a minimum and everybody's respectful, you know, so we can just, you know, have some camaraderie and give a good show to the fans. You know, I'm excited about that. I'm also, my favorite part of the weekend is the meet and greet. There's a time we go to this big, like an expo hall, and all of the athletes are there, and the fans come through and they can take a picture with you and have time, you know, maybe a few seconds to speak to you or something. And that's my favorite time because that's when I can be, you know, up close. You know, and I can actually look and see a line of people that are waiting on me. And that's real special for me, you know, like I don't use that opportunity to say, oh, look at all of these people come to see me. Let me sell them something. Hey, you want to buy this shirt because you love me? You want to buy this picture because you love me? Let me make some money off you because you love me, you know? I use that opportunity to say, hey, here's a free picture, you know? Here's a free shaker. I'm giving this to you as a token of my appreciation for your support. You know, to give other than take, you know. You give me your positive energy, you give me your support. The least I can do is give you, you know, an autograph, right? So I really enjoy that time being able to see the people, especially when I can look and see that my line is longer than somebody else's, you know, then I feel real, you know, I feel real happy about that. So that's going to be, the meet and greet is going to be tomorrow night also. And then we have to go and get all tanned up and stuff. We're going to try to make some more videos, show you guys some more of the process, so you can kind of see some of the stuff that we have to go through. It sucks. You know, I like the 3 minutes that I get to do my posing routine, and that's about it. You know, the rest of the weekend is pretty tough, you know. But it's, you know, it's what I love, and it's something that I've always had a passion for my whole life. So to actually be able to do it is an honor, really. And I can say to be able to do it on this level, I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Scitec Nutrition, you know, the company that I work for. Now listen, people will say stuff like, oh, I want to say thanks to my sponsors, you know, for all of their support. They say that shit because that's what they know that they're supposed to say, right? But really, like in my heart, I really care about this company. I care about the success of the company. I care about the people that work for the company, you know, and you know, people always try to say, oh, we're a family, and it's bullshit, right? It's just what they say. But really, when I go to Hungary, or when we go to expos and all of the workers from Scitec are there, it really does feel like we're a family, you know? And I love that. And for me to be able to represent them, that's an honor for me. It means so much to me to be considered, hey, Cedric, listen, we need you to go here and represent us. We want you to go to this expo on the other side of the world because the people there want to see you and we want to bring you there. You know, for me, you know, that is very, very, very special. And I appreciate that opportunity so much. When Scitec called me, I was working 14 hours a day as a soldier, you know, and I would compete once or twice a year, and I would be working out in the field training soldiers and then have to get on a plane the next day to go to a competition. So it was really, really tough, you know. So to be able to do this now as a profession, I can't say, I don't think I would have ever been able to do it if it wasn't for the faith that Scitec had in me, and then the support that they gave me to be able to do it, you know. Usually I'll travel all year round, going all over the world. I can remember last year I was in China, I think like 4 weeks out from the Olympia or something, you know, and my coach was pissed, you know, but I wanted to go because, you know, Scitec wants me to be there, so I want to go, you know. But this year, after the Arnold, and you know, me maybe having a chance to make some improvements here and improve my placing, you know, I talked to them about me maybe taking the whole summer and instead of traveling to just be able to focus on preparing for the Olympia, and they were more than willing and more than happy to let me do that, you know. So, you know, that just shows that, you know, they really do care about me and they care about my success and they care about my health and my well-being, because you know, a company could just say, I don't give a shit. You're going to go here and you're going to go compete too, you know. So I'm really thankful for that. So we'll give you guys more videos. I'm going to try to eat and get some sleep tonight. So coming to you from Las Vegas, day one, I guess. Day one. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Push forward with the Marvelous Five at Olympia weekends, September 14th to 16th.